out.
Well, we got a lot of stuff we need to call out. I was very excited because you got some high school football action going. It was week 0, so it was games that don't really count for anything. But it still was kind of awesome to see some of the matchups that they had because some teams were playing teams that were out of their area. And so it was, kind of really cool to see. Like you had Carroll City. They came to West Boca. And this is a game that's had some animosity because they do 7-on-7. So you have high school teams when it's not season. 7-on-7 is just kind of your receivers and your quarterback that's kind of going out. But they're playing for a $10,000 prize, and West Boca just beat Carroll City. So when Carroll City came to West Boca, there was already that tension that was riding on it. And the game goes to overtime.
Whoa.
And Carroll City has this 5-star commit to Miami named Nick Lanier. And he was telling the coach, he's like, Coach, he's like, I'm your guy. He's like, all you got to do is throw the ball up, and I got it. And he was not kidding. Corner of the end zone is an NFL-style catch. He catches it, gets the 1 foot down like he needs to. All good, baby.
Nick.
So when Nick Lanier caught that ball and Carroll City beat West Boca 24-23 in overtime, there were a lot of tensions that were riding high, and a massive brawl broke out at the fight. I mean, it was so crazy. It looked like about 6 dudes that were just duking it out all over the place. There was one guy, he was down on the ground, and his dreadlocks were ripped out of his head.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, did the losing team at least win the fight?
I don't know who was what because they weren't wearing jerseys. That's what I need. Is like
I need the fighting crowd to have jerseys on.
Can you guys, put on some so we know who's repping who?
Wait, stop. You guys stop fighting real quick and put on your proper jersey.
Well,
I don't know where the Carroll City guys are. I don't know where West Boca is.
Well, you don't want to punch a parent that's on your same team.
No.
That's counterproductive.
Man, but it was chaos. And it was just kind of in an area where everybody's walking and whatnot.
Damn.
Just nuts.
And the band played on.
Good for them.
Yeah. My son was at the game, and he's like, we could notice there was a commotion going on over on this one side of the stadium.
People throwing punches to the beat.
But I tell you what, though, that band did not quit. They are the star of the show.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to convince my wife. I'm like, I want to go check out that Chaminade Madonna game. She's like, no, people are going to be fighting. I'm like, nobody fights at high school football games. And she showed me that video. I was like, no. And I'm like, okay, you're right.
And what are you talking about? Nobody fights at high school football games. I was trying to make it good. I'm like, show
me where somebody fights at a high school game. She's like, oh, you want to see this video? I'm like, okay, all right.
All right. You don't look like you can take a punch well either.
No, she's like, you get caught up in the middle of that. She's like, they will rip you from limb to limb.
You would accidentally get caught in it. With no beef with anybody, but somehow you get punched.
You kind of don't really have a very good rolling crew with you right now. I mean, the best you've got is Virginia, and that's only because she carries a knife.
No, the best you got is your wife.
Yeah.
She's froggy. I'll always defer to your wife.
Yeah.
But let's say it's 10 people. Kim can take 8 of them.
Kim can take 2.
Okay.
I think Kim could take on 2 guys and still do okay.
All I'm saying is you need to beef up your faction. That's all I'm saying.
I do, yeah. You're right. If I want to go to some of these games, I guess. So.
How's Cannon? Can he throw hands? Is he good at it?
I don't know. Boys never, boys soft.
Boys soft.
Yeah.
When your mama is harder than you, you may need to
for scrapping.
If he's 18, he hasn't thrown a punch yet and landed it on somebody. That boy's soft.
You got them Kevin jeans, not them Kim jeans.
There's some kids been fighting since they were like 8.
Yeah. What are we doing? Can't we go to high school? I mean, these are supposed to be for families and for kids. You're a grown-ass man throwing hands at a high school game. I get the tensions and all that, but you can't be doing that.
You can't give in. You can't.
Drive down the street, and if you guys want to beat the hell out of each other, do that. But don't do it around families and kids at a game and all that.
It's not just even high school football. I just saw a recent clip. This was a recreational baseball game. Now, when I say recreational baseball game, these games don't mean anything. They really don't.
You're not playing for a title.
I mean, you can. The winning team will get a trophy, but at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. And this mom, she had to have been drunk, and she was giving the umpire so much lip to the point where the umpire shut the entire game out and threw everybody out of the stadium.
Wow.
He said, I'm not dealing with this. He's like, I'm getting paid $18 a game here, guys.
Yeah, it's insane. Howie Mandel is getting called out today. He went viral for casually talking about getting quote unquote tuggies at massage parlors. And what's weird about this is he's on this podcast with his co-host and daughter, Jacqueline, who he is talking about here too. And then there's some girl that doesn't even seem to know the Mandels because she's asking, she's like, oh, you're married? So she didn't even realize that Howie was married to a woman, has been for a very long time.
I've watched a lot of the Mandel show. I've seen a lot of clips. He's weird.
Yeah.
Howie Mandel is a weird guy, and I have a feeling that there are comedians behind the scenes that are annoyed with him. He seems to kind of sandbag and trick people when they come in for interviews, and a lot of people don't like that.
Well, they say the ladies in his house probably don't like him, including his wife and his daughter, after he said both of these things on that podcast.
Just realize you grew up with him.
It
As your
wasn't like
dad.
this. It wasn't good. It wasn't fun.
So the other girl there doesn't really even know.
No.
You're
like,
interviewing Howie Mandel and his daughter, and you don't know that they're related?
she's on this. How are you on the same set of a podcast and you're just realizing these two are a father-daughter?
What is happening?
It's Howie and his daughter. They have a podcast.
And
Yeah,
is-
but this-
who's the other girl?
Yeah, this other girl, I don't know. She's very pretty and younger, but she has no idea what's going on here.
They interviewed Corey Feldman, and Corey Feldman did a redemption song because he did a song for Howard Stern, and Howard Stern's team, I mean, they just made so much fun of it. So he went on Howie Mandel's show to do his redemption song, and somehow made it worse than the Howard Stern version.
Yeah, so here they are. It's Howie and his daughter and some random third chick.
Oh,
Well,
No.
you weren't fun.
You weren't fun.
You were a
stopped
bitch.
at-
You were a bitch.
That's what he's saying to his
daughter?
To his daughter.
On a podcast?
Yeah.
He kind of
That was private words.
He kind of comes off a little unlikable. I was shocked to see how unlikable Howie Mandel kind of
He's getting
is.
caught up big time for this.
let's see. And you're sure you're actively married?
48 years to her mother.
48 years.
He was gone a lot. Guys, I think we
I've been
should do
on
a
the-
segment with like therapy.
Yeah, we don't have the part in there, but he was talking about how he was getting tuggies. He was getting rubbing tugs
Yeah.
at massage parlors.
And didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah. And then that's when the daughter was like, well, what does mom think? She's like, why don't we call her or something? He's like, why don't you call her or something like that? And then that's when he launched into her about being a bee.
Oh, no.
That's what happens on these podcasts. Everyone's got to get all crazy.
Oh, no.
And then they cross that line, and then all of a sudden you're talking about tuggies.
So what happens when Howie Mandel gets home and his wife is there and she's heard about the tuggies?
I don't know.
How does that go?
Bro, it's Hollywood. Weird. They're weird out there.
I just thought it was kind of a bad look. I mean, you admit to the tuggies. The daughter seems surprised. His mom, no, I don't care. Call her. And then calls his daughter a bitch on top of it. It's like,
Oh, my God.
dude.
Howie Mandel brought out, so he was interviewing Bill Burr, the comedian, and I guess there was a rumor going that Billy Corgan, the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, and Bill Burr were brothers, long lost brothers.
Okay.
And Bill Burr's on the on the panel and has no idea that Howie Mandel is bringing out Billy Corgan to address this rumor about how they might be brothers. And Bill Burr did not like it. You could tell he was annoyed by it.
Do they look alike? Is that what it is?
They're two bald guys,
Right.
So, and I guess there has been a rumor out there, but you could tell that Bill is like, dude, I thought you were my boy. Why are you doing this? This has caused me so much trouble.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's how Howie operates.
Narcissistic.
Well, I don't think he tells everybody everything, and you kind of find out on the air, and that's kind of why people turned on Ellen a little bit.
Gotcha.
Got another call him out here. It says, I was at my child's elementary school meet and greet in Miami today when the fire alarm went off and they needed to evacuate the building. There was a crowd of parents who were waiting to get in for their own meetings, and they were completely blocking all the exits. Even when I explained that they were evacuating the building, absolutely no one moved to make way for the people who need to get out. sorry, you might need to wait an extra minute to get in the building, but in an emergency, maybe it's worth a trivial amount of inconvenience to make sure that someone else is safe.
Nope, Kevin. They watch TikTok. They know their rights.
When we hear the fire alarm going off, we don't all exit the building.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, what is it they're still trying to get in? To be like, no, like everybody needs to leave. Don't you hear a fire alarm is going off? I know you may think it's not happening, you find it trivial, but I just thought we all agreed in society that, all right, even if we know it's fake, we still got to go outside and wait.
We all agree anytime you heard a fire alarm go off in school, how cozy were you? You're like, oh, this is at least a 30-minute diversion.
Sweet.
This is great.
No teacher's going to ask me a question about the homework during this.
There's calamity going on. It took an hour to get everyone together. It was great.
Another column out here says, yeah, one of my pet peeves is that nobody ever moves out of the way for emergency vehicles. And if you do, sometimes people honk at you.
Yeah, people are real jerks when it comes to that
They
stuff.
said
Are we not
nobody-
training the new generations of drivers that you got to pull over and stay stationary?
I don't know. It's always young people. I see a lot of older people. You see an emergency vehicle and they're not moving out of the way for them. And then what they're saying is then when they did move out of the way, somebody honked at them like, and you're like, what do you like? So now I'm the jerk because I'm getting out of the way like I'm legally supposed to for this emergency vehicle, and I'm the tool.
Kevin's right. It's not just a young person thing. I think there are just some people who don't know the rules when it comes to ambulances and fire cars and trucks.
We should probably all take the test again.
Well, if if a cop pulls somebody over, you're supposed to move over to the next lane.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you're trapped in between a semi, you can't really, there's not much you can do.
If you can't get over, you're supposed to slow down big time.
Like on I-95 to a halt.
Not to a halt, but I think they said like 20 miles an hour or something.
Yeah. Something like,
If you can't get over,
at
you
least
got
act like you're trying.
Yeah,
Right.
roll down the window. I swear, I'm trying to slow
A
down.
little light effort at least is appreciated.
Big Amazon truck. I couldn't get over.
Don't hit the gas.
And here is an Amazon worker calling out people that order bottled water, and here's why.
To the people who keep ordering this water from Amazon, the back of this truck is not air conditioned. It's 110 back here. Your 9.5 pH isn't really doing and the plastic has leached into the water.
Yeah, them microplastics. Keep
Okay.
drinking it. You're just like drinking a credit card.
He's not working at UPS.
Yeah. Well, he might have a point, but he also may hate carrying bottled water. So
True.
that's a good little PSA. Yeah, stop ordering the stuff I hate to carry.
He kind of had the voice of a guy who did not want to lift anything.
A giant thing of water. You can get like cheap water for like $6, but it's so heavy.
Oh, yeah, and you can taste it too. It tastes just like the earth.
It tastes like you're drinking plastic.
Or roots. It tastes like stems.
And a good thing to call out here, Joshua Baez became the first player in Major League history to have 3 home runs in his first 3 plate appearances. Just to let you know how significant it is, the National League is 150 years old, MLB is 123, and he's the first guy to do it.
That's what you call a great opening game, Virginia.
Damn, was that all in one game?
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom. Yep.
His first 3 at-bats in the Major Leagues, he had 3 home runs.
Oh my gosh. Were his parents like sobbing in the stands?
You'd think they'd be very happy.
Oh my
yes.
gosh, that's awesome.
Swing, drive, well hit right. Suzuki back. It is gone. It is gone. It is gone. 3 homers for Baez. Major League history at Wrigley Field.
There you go, baby.
Wow.
What sucks is there's guys who've been playing all year long, like 60 games, who don't have 3 home runs.
Right.
He got 3 in one game.
That's amazing.
3 at-bats.
Is he a Cubs player?
No.
Oh, too
Other team,
bad.
I believe.
I feel like the home field advantage would have been awesome to have the home crowd cheering you.
Yeah, no, I see why you don't have a sports show.
Yeah, none of us should.